Hey guys, good morning. This is gonna be a real fast stream. Someone, some of you know, today I wasn't going to stream, but okay, I'm gonna do tactics right now, so why not streaming them? Really nervous today. It's almost 7 at 10 I play, so in like 3 hours I'm gonna be playing an over the board game against an international master. So let's warm up with some tactics. I'm gonna do the puzzle rush, the daily one, and the daily 5 tactics puzzles on chess.com. Hey Fuxia, good morning. How you doing? Have my coffee here. Very early stream. Yes, I'm gonna be streaming like 1 hour more or less. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the speech because I think you're just popping in. Today I wasn't going to stream, but now I decided to do tactics, so let's stream them. I would expect you to be able to get 40 considering you're 2100 FIDE. Well, first of all, I'm not 2100 FIDE yet. I'm 20 something. I'm around 2050 now after my first loss in the chess league. And second, my best, I think it was 35. So my daily goal is usually around 30. 30 would be fine. Anyway, today I'm going to do a fast stream, like 1 hour. So I probably will not take much time in the tactics, in the 5 tactics after the puzzle rush. Because I don't have a lot of time. In 3 hours from now, I need to be playing an over the board game. And after the tactics, I need to have lunch and get ready and everything. So, so yeah, 1 hour of tactics. Yeah, and I'm really nervous because I'm gonna face an international master today in this over the board game with my team. So I'm making all sorts of efforts to keep my head busy until that happens because yeah, I'm dying out of nerves. Okay, let's do the puzzle rush. Start. First one is usually an easy one, a checkmate or something. Yeah, the first tactics are the easiest. You can see the board, yes. Okay, so far so good. Not being very fast. I'm not usually very fast when I'm streaming, but yeah, also the time of the day can be a factor. Okay, that's a piece. So far so good. That's a discover check. Crazy idea here, but this is probably better, right? He has no checks with the queen. That's interesting. Ooh, I didn't see that. Is that winning? It should be. Yeah, there's the check. Yeah. Good friend has to play today too, but he has serious man flu. Oh, and there is no one to replace him. No. Oh, that's not good. Not good news. I was sick all the week. Thankfully, I think I'm fully recovered for today. Should I take the other one first? I'm stupid. Ah. Okay, not very focused. Can tell you that. Okay, how do I promote that? Nope, this might be. This. Oh, then I need to calculate. No, not allowed to calculate, right? Yeah. What? Okay. Terrible. Oh, not terrible, actually good. Um, Queen h4. Bishop f3. Is the queen trapped? Is the queen trapped? Let me see. Here, takes, here, and mate. Yeah, I have another rook, so. F4 is too much. F4 is too much. I mean, the endgame is winning after rook takes f6, isn't it? But I can believe that's the solution. Well, it has to be winning, yeah. Take, and then the bishop cannot be defended, right? Okay. G6. G6 is tempting. G6 is really tempting. What else could I do? G6 has to be played, yeah. Check and mate, so he can take the knight. So that check should be good. If I take there, he takes. If I take there, he takes. If I take there and he takes, I take that. If he takes this, I trade. Oh no, I have a check and then I defend, and that's not working. Okay, got it. I'm not going to do a good score here. Oh. Anyway, let's go to the tactics. I'm in a rush. I burned my left ankle 2 days ago. The skin fell off and now I have 10 centimeters by 3 raw flesh that doesn't heal. Oh, doesn't sound good. Did it happen at least doing a funny activity or something? Okay, let me fix the layout, because of course chess.com doesn't use the same layout for everything. So bottom here, left goes here. Let's put this over here, make it bigger, like that. Okay, let's start with the tactics. Okay, we're good on time. So queen d3. I tried to make coffee. I'm glancing not only on the chessboard. Aha, so you burned yourself trying to make coffee. That's not the most exciting of that. Well, there's a fork on e4. I mean, pushing the pawn to e4 is a fork, and it also defends the pawn on d5, so the first logical move to consider. If he moves the queen, if white moves the queen, we take the rook, and there's no good way after that for white. So I'm assuming that after e4 the only logical move would be pawn takes f4, hitting our queen. So if queen g1 check, white would have either queen f1 or rook f1. Still probably a winning endgame for us, for example, or not. Tough to say. e4, pawn takes f4, queen g1 check, option A, rook f1. We take the queen on d3, he takes our queen on g1, we take the pawn on f4, then rook takes h6, loses to rook f1 check. But maybe instead of rook takes h6, white could try king c1. And I don't know how to assess that endgame. That's the most complex. The other would be easy, I think. e4, pawn takes f4, queen g1 check, queen f1. That would be easier because we just trade queens, and I think our king is in time to block the f-pawn. So, do we have an alternative? Not a lot, because the pawn is hanging on d5 with check and terrible consequences for our rook. After queen takes d5, we need to go rook c6, then queen d7 check, rook c7 first. I don't like that. So I don't see a lot of options here besides e4. d4 is not possible. Rook d4 is stupid. Attacking his rook is stupid, like queen g4, queen takes d5 check. Attacking and defending. Then rook c6, pawn takes f4 because his rook is defended. No. So I think the first move has to be e4. I don't see a lot of other options. No way to pin his queen in a useful manner. No way to sacrifice a rook in a useful manner. Unless rook d4, pawn takes d4, e4 works for some reason. It shouldn't because he has pawn takes pawn. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go e4 first move. And then here is our time to decide. If I go for the check queen g1, I'm forcing either rook f1 or queen f1, which looked interesting. But maybe another option, very easy one, is to just defend the, move our queen, keep the pawn on d5 defended. I have 4 moves for that. Any of those would keep the fork, right? But his queen is going to go to e2 or f1. So there's only one move that keeps the pawn on d5 defended and attacks the rook, that's queen h5. So I think it should be queen h5. Hey Wally, queen h5, because for example if I go queen f5, he goes queen f1 or queen e2, and I cannot take, yes I can take his rook. What am I saying? What am I saying, Pepe? What am I saying? So I have 4 candidate moves here. Queen h5, queen f5, queen d8, and queen g8. All of them defend the d5 pawn and keep the fork on the board. What is that white can try? Well, I'm assuming that after queen g8 there might be rook g3. After queen h5 there might be rook h3. So let's stick to queen d8 and queen f5. Queen d8 and queen f5. Which one is not winning? Oh, queen f5, there's queen c2, obviously. Obviously, queen c2 and I cannot take the rook. So queen d8 must be the move. Yeah, oh thanks Elie, I just read it now. Elie Miliko, you're right. You're right. There's queen c2. Okay, cool. This was a 2500 puzzle. Too overrated, in my opinion, as usually on chess.com. Okay, next puzzle, a5. We have a pawn that we would love to promote, and we have a bishop hanging. On the other hand, that queen on a2 is doing nothing. So I have a couple of candidate moves here, none of them with the bishop. So c6 or c takes b. I think c6 seems more natural because for the knight it's going to be tougher to stop our pawn. After c6 he probably must go knight e5 or knight e8 immediately, otherwise c7 would be a killer unless queen c2 stops it. Very interesting. Very interesting. 95 is really annoying, I think. So for example, c6, 95, queen e5, pawn takes bishop, and if c7 he just sacrifices the piece back. That's not good. That's probably losing for us after queen takes b3. Black's queen is funny too. Okay, there's ways to force draw, to try to at least. We're a pawn down, but I don't think I mean, we have a bishop, we have a good pawn on c5. I don't think we need to go for the draw. We should try to win, probably. Well, after pawn takes b6, 95, there's queen c5, which is maybe not so strong as it seems. Just knight takes b6 should be enough. Yeah. Annoying, annoying. Unless there was a way to keep the bishop safe, like for example after pawn takes b6, knight e5, b7, knight takes queen, promoting with check, king h7, and I cannot at the same time save my bishop and take his knight, I think. If there was a line where I finish with a queen a8 to save the bishop, that would be funny. But not that line. Hey Melek, the thing is after c takes b6 I would play knight e5 with black, not taking the bishop, I think. C takes b6, knight e5. Oh, the resulting endgame is winning in that case. Wait. Look at that. C takes b6, knight e5, b7, knight takes queen, b8 equals queen check, king h7, and simply pawn takes knight. And if pawn takes bishop, queen takes b4 is a winning endgame for us. No, it's just taking the knight, I think, Melek. Because at the beginning I thought what you're saying, but I cannot take back the knight on e3 and at the same time ping the pawn on a. So I cannot take the piece and save my piece. But we just trade everything, and then queen takes b4 is a winning endgame. A tough one, because it's equal material, but we have the outsider passer. So that line might work. And after cb, if he doesn't go knight d5, well, after knight d5, b7, the line is forced. And if he doesn't go knight d5, he can take the bishop, but then b7, knight d7, and as you mentioned, queen d4 should be good enough, or queen d3 maybe. Also, because queen d4, queen takes b3, yeah, I guess that wins anyway. Even if I can take the knight, the endgame after winning a pawn still looks promising. Yeah, well, the b pawn would hang in that case. If we don't take the knight and we go like queen a8, then queen takes b3. I don't know. We have to be careful with some endgames, because if we need to spend some tempi to take pawns, and he might build a perpetual a perpetual setup, which I don't think he can in the first line where we take the knight, he takes our bishop. Okay, I'm gonna go for c takes b. 95 as expected, and as calculated we're gonna go b7, and we failed the puzzle. Cool. Let's retry. Okay. So if that's not the solution, I don't know which one is, because queen c5, I thought knight takes b6 should be enough for black, but no, that's exactly the same other line. Oh wait, queen c5, no. Queen d2, no. Queen d3 takes, check takes. That's the same endgame. I'm getting the same endgame in every line, but there's a subtlety that I'm not understanding. Okay, this cannot work. This cannot work. This cannot work. Why not b7? Because I failed with b7. I failed with b7, with queen c5, with queen d2, with queen d3, with queen f3, with queen g3. No, queen f3 I didn't try. I failed with bishop d6 too. I didn't try bishop takes a5 because I calculated it doesn't work. I'm confused about this one. I mean, queen takes e6 is another option because we're gonna go e7 anyway. Queen f4 would be crazy. Queen d4, queen d2 I tried. Queen d4 I didn't try. Oh yes, no, I didn't try. But this is the same endgame every line. This is the same endgame. No, it's not, because there's something else here. Bishop c3. Okay. Okay, maybe that endgame wasn't winning after all. Because in every line I tried, I think the endgame was the same. Why b7 fails? I don't think I have time to show. I'm so sorry, because I'm kind of in a rush. I want to do all the tactics I have and then leave, because I'm in a rush. I'm sorry, but I think just the endgame we saw, it's not winning, because the other lines I tried, it's the same endgame, I think. Hey Ludwig, so it might not be winning. Okay, wow, this is a forced line that is not checkmate because he can promote on d1. Okay, check, check, check. Very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Oh, 93. How does he stop the checkmate? Sacrificing the queen on e5, he might try, but still fails to rook g4. '93. I think 93 in the end. I think 93 here after king g8. 93, and we have the checkmate rook g4, rook h8, and I don't see a way to stop it. I don't want to go knight f2. Not sure why. Maybe because of queen takes f2 and promoting to a knight, but still that should be winning for us. So I have a tough call here between 93 and knight f2. It seems like knight f93 stops more checks. And the difference, of course, cannot have to do with d1 equals anything, equals queen, let's say. It has to do with another move that black might have and that I might be missing. In case of knight f2, queen takes f2 is the only move that makes such a difference, I think. And then if he promotes to a knight, king f3, and we should still be winning. I don't see a way to defend for him. I might be missing something. Unless his queen has a way to defend g4. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, after knight f2, I'm stupid. After knight f2, queen takes f2, king takes f2, he promotes to a queen, stopping the checkmate. I'm so stupid. Okay. Yeah. Can I go back? Yeah. If knight f2, queen takes f2, king takes f2 to keep the checkmate idea, promoting to a queen defends g4. 1 point! Roar! Okay, it was an easy one. I didn't see the rating, but it was very forced. This seems very forced too. So knight f4. Oops, see, I'm black. So knight c5 or knight c1, both of them force king takes pawn. The only way to keep the well, knight c5, he could also sacrifice the queen, but I'm assuming that's winning for us. So both of them force king takes b4. Then I might have a check on a5. So I'm really tempted to go on c5, not on c1. So for example, knight c5 check, king takes b4, a5 check. Only way to keep the queen defended is king c3. Okay, I'm not winning. Knight c1 check, king takes b4. Maybe a5 check is a stupid check. A5 check again, king c3 only move. And then and then queen c3 check doesn't work. Okay. Let's try something different. Knight c1 check, king takes b4, queen d2 check. Because in that precise moment, knight c1 stops queen c3, while knight c5 wouldn't. So queen c3 check, king must move to either a3 or a4. It was a good try. I just only see a couple of more checks. Knight c5 check, king takes b4, queen d2 check. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, knight c5 check, king takes b4, queen d2 check. And he can't block with the queen because of a5 check, and if king c4, queen d5 is checkmate. So after knight c5 check, king takes pawn, queen d2 check, king must move again, in this case only to a3, then our knight is helping a lot. For example, probably queen c1 wins, queen a5, probably the king escapes to b2 or bishop a4, but queen c1 check after that, king b4 only move, then queen b2 check, he has to block with something on b3, and then a5 is checkmate. A5 is checkmate there. And the check on b2 is important to avoid the king after a5 to escape to c3. Yeah, I think that's a force mate. So let's do it. Let's do it. I thought check here, check here, check here, and checkmate with the pawn. Cool. Four points, roar. And I think I have one more. Let me see. This wasn't today. Oh, yeah, no, I did the 5 already. Didn't I? Yeah. Oh, no, that was Puzzle Rush. That was the last of Puzzle Rush. Yeah, no, yeah. So, okay, I did 4. I have one more. One more. Okay. If only that queen wasn't there. So maybe b5. Also, knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 is tempting. Knight takes e5 is... Knight takes e5 seems winning to me. First of all, I bet he can't take it. Knight takes e5, bishop takes, queen takes f2, king h3, and then the most precise way might be queen g2. Nah. There might be a precise way to checkmate. Either queen back to f5 and then I have checkmate, or at least I win the queen after queen g4, rook takes h2, or maybe there's a checkmate after queen takes h2. So knight takes e5, he cannot take it. Then the queen must move. There's no way to attack our queen. So knight takes e5, queen must move. Queen cannot keep e4 controlled. Queen has no square to keep e4 under control. Oh wait, there's one move. Knight takes e5, e4. Yeah, there's that move. Okay, so either the queen moves and then queen e4 check should win. Knight d4 or rook d4. Hey, Hampov, those are cute ideas also. Those are cute ideas too, yeah. But I'm not sure. If knight e4 and I lose the knight, I'm not sure how do I checkmate. He's very strong in the dark squares. Let me keep calculating the knight takes e5 line for a second. Knight takes e5. If the queen moves, queen e4 check should be a winner. Should be. It feels that way, but maybe after king h3 I still have to work a little. g5 maybe then. It seems crashing. I will assess that as crashing. So after knight takes e5, probably the only move that concerns me is e4. Knight takes e5, e4, hitting my queen, hitting my rook. Simple g5 might also work. Well, again, g5, e4, hitting my queen, hitting my rook. Not sure. e4 is a really annoying move, which would justify the idea of going rook d4 in the beginning. Anyway, knight takes e5, e4. Can I work with that? Knight takes e5, e4. I cannot take the queen, that would be stupid. So I need to come up with something. And queen takes bishop is also stupid. It's just a trade and I don't win anything. But I might have some crazy sacrificial ideas, or not. I'm thinking about knight g4. That would be so crazy that it should not work. It should not work. Yeah. Ay. Knight takes e5, e4. Rook takes f2. It should not work either. Wow. It's a really interesting puzzle. Knight takes e5, e4. e4 is the real deal. But our opponent went a4 in the previous move. Why didn't he go e4 immediately? What do we have against e4? Isn't there a line sacrificing a rook on f2? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to calculate, but I don't see it. I don't see how it works. Yeah, okay, let's try to see it. Knight takes e5. I'm going to start with that. Knight takes e5, e4, rook takes f2, king takes f2. And then I have everything hanging, like the queen and the knight. So I don't want to go rook d2 and have a third thing hanging. I don't see how that would work. So after knight takes e5, e4, rook takes f2, king takes f2, what could I try? What could I try? Knight e3 doesn't work, knight g4, yeah. Queen g4, yeah. Queen h3, yeah. Queen h3, he takes the knight. Oh, if he takes the knight, the bishop no longer controls d2. So queen h3 could be an option. Well, it's hard. Yeah, it is. So knight takes e5, e4, rook takes f2, king takes f2, queen h3. I don't believe it. It's hard to believe. Maybe just rook h1 and keeping everything under control. We already sacrificed a rook, so white is not forced to do crazy stuff. Can't see anything better than knight takes e5, e4, queen h5. No, I didn't consider queen h5. Knight takes e5, e4, queen h5. So your idea is to sacrifice on f2 and then go queen h2. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we should give credit to the ideas with rook d4 in the first move. Rook 8 to d4. That's one of the very few moves that prevents e4. The problem is after rook 8 to d4, pawn takes rook, queen e4 check, king g1. How do we win? It's a mess. Yeah, it's a mess. That's good. I don't think I can solve this one, guys. And I don't want to burn my brain, so I'm gonna pick one random move. Knight takes e5. Seems promising. I think g5, e4. We're in trouble. G5, e4. We're probably in trouble. Maybe we're in trouble after knight takes e5, e4 either also. So knight takes e5, e4, rook takes f2. But that's the one I was saying, Melek. What's the follow-up? Because I didn't see the follow-up after king takes f2. You can follow up with rook d2 check, yeah, but the king moves and we have every piece hanging. So you better have a checkmate after, let's say, king e1. Because the queen, the knight, and the rook are hanging after that. King e1 is bad. Knight f3 check. And if king f1, queen h3. Yeah, you're right. Queen h3 is made there. Wow, if that works. So let's say king goes to f1 only move. Ah, but then we have check anyway. Whoa. Whoa, that construction works in every case. It works against king g1, it works against king f1, it works against king e1. Wow, amazing finding. Good job, Melek. That should win. So after knight takes e5, e4, rook takes f2, king takes f2, what else? Rook d2 check, he might have to go queen e2. But we just take the queen and then take on e4 with check. Yeah, that's winning too. And after knight takes e5, if he doesn't have e4, he has to move the queen and allow queen e4 check. If he goes e4, rook takes f2 check. Our knight is already on e5, so we pretty much have the same construction, right? If he goes, let's say, king g1, well, it's not the same construction. Knight takes e5, e4, rook takes f2 check, king g1. Queen h3, threatening checkmate, so forcing king takes rook. That's an option. Then we have queen takes h2 check, king has to go back to f1, otherwise knight f3 would be check. And after king f1, we can probably go queen h1, queen f3, and then knight g4. Yeah, that should win also. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, he goes for this line. So far, so good. And there's no. Oh, okay, there was. Why not knight f3 again? Because king takes f2, and if rook d2, he takes our knight. I thought queen h3 was better, but we can see that. I have 5 minutes maybe. We can see that specific line. Also, yeah. Okay, let's check. Oh, he went for this. Okay. I mean after king g1. Yeah, you said after king g1. Anyway, let's quickly put it on the board. I think I need to do my camera a little bit smaller for this. One second. Check. I think king takes f2 was possible. Oh, the board is shown. I don't need to do my camera so small. Just this. Okay. After king g1, I think if we go check, oopsie, he takes here. And I don't know how do we win. Our queen is still hanging and our knight is attacked now. So if we go check here, first of all, he can probably take it because our queen is hanging, so we don't have knight takes d2 check. So yeah, that's the first thing. And the second thing is he can probably, oh, let me turn the engine off for a second. Yeah, also the engine was saying white is winning there. Also this. Oh, 2 moves later. No, I was meaning there. And here I think queen h3 should win. Only way to stop the checkmate is take. And then I said check. And I didn't consider this move. But I guess just rook d3, cashing the queen should be good enough. And if king goes here, we have knight f3 check, killing. And if king goes here, that's what I said. Why I said this is the only move, king f1. Here maybe knight g4 wins already. And if rook a2 we have queen h1 check. But the line I calculated was this, and no matter where does he go, I do this. And then I thought this, which is probably the same. Well, in this case we have knight e3 check. Winning a lot of material, so probably he has to go here. And then after this check, go king g1, and then here. I'm not sure about these lines. Oh, we have this check. Not sure if this is good enough. Probably not. Not sure. I'm missing something for sure after... Maybe queen h3 is not the move, actually, here to win. Let's see what the engine says. Queen h3 is winning. And then queen takes h2 and knight f3 check because he goes to e1. Wait, what? And what if he goes here? What am I missing here? Queen h1, king f2, knight g4, and this is mate in 4 according to the engine. Mate in 4, okay, this is only move. Ah, we have this construction, yeah. Okay, and now only move here, and this is checkmate. Yeah, cool. So king g1 doesn't quite work. And it's a pity that he went in the solution, he went queen e2 here, because the funny would happen after this. This is checkmate. If he goes here, it's more or less the same. Like if he goes to f1, it's the same mate, and if he goes here, we have this mate. And if he goes to f1, we start with queen h3 check, and then knight f3 is going to be checkmate. If king e1, and if king g1, queen g2, or knight f3 followed by rook h2 or queen h2 or queen h2 or queen g2. Everything is made there. Okay, cool. Lots of calculations. Yeah, lots of calculations, but well, not lots of them. But yes, we solved it. And the rating of this puzzle was 30,000. Clearly overrated again. Okay, we're on our road to 2,800. Whoa. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you for sharing this with me, guys. I'm sorry I'm in a rush. And have a good Saturday. I need to have lunch. I need to make lunch, to have lunch, and to prepare for my game that I'm about to play in 2 hours and a half. I'm too nervous. Thank you, Fuxia. I'll tell you later how it goes. Have a good Saturday, guys. Bye bye.